figure that out.
You gotta just come over more often.
Right?
Check it on your phone. Caleb?
Check what?
Oh yeah.
If you can admin from the phone.
Yeah.
Sick. You guys are live, but the audio is off.
I can't wait for big booty girls to show up.
You sipping on, Jamie? Are you sipping on something here?
Oh, we're fine. What I want to I want some of the what should we try?
Ooh, so this one
audio on?
said before this
Herbal.
one, the herbal, yeah.
Yeah.
This one won the gold medal on the World Championship
Oh,
already. So this one is a bit more premium. It's from pear.
It's pear.
Pear?
With gold.
Pear, plum,
Yeah.
herbs.
Yeah.
Pear, plum,
herbs.
herbs. We'll try
In
herbs.
terms of quality, I would go maybe those and those on the last.
Okay. And it's 1984 downstairs.
Maybe if somebody wants to go, maybe IG Live, let them know.
Oh yeah, Ted can do that. I'm dealing with the bottle. Hey, Salty!
Shut it down.
Can you kill the music? Just turn it off. Yeah, please.
Around 50 different
3,
kinds
2,
of herbs.
1.
Smells delicious.
What's up, YouTube? Excuse me, Instagram. We are
Or
on
YouTube, social medias.
We are on YouTube.
We shall be on YouTube.
Jump on YouTube. We're on Instagram Live here.
That.
Whiskey Friday.
Whiskey Friday with
Two
some
new faces in the house.
not whiskey. Dundon started a live video.
I'm gonna flip it around so I can see what's going on here. There we go. All right. What's up, party people? We're jumping on YouTube. What's up, Curtis? How you doing? Cheers, everybody. Happy Friday. It's been a heck of a week here at Dundon Motorsports. I don't know how to say. Hello, Provence, Renovato. Cheers. Cheers to you in France. Curtis, you still on the road? Hi, Kimmy. Got the whole crew here today. We got Jamie. We got
What's up?
Haroye, who is our design engineer from Croatia. He's traveled a long way to be here this week to work with Charles on some design stuff. So,
Oh, that's
really
nice.
cool stuff happening here.
That's very nice. Yes.
We were flexing on the sim a little bit earlier.
Ted was just showing everybody how to drive like normal.
I'm
We
better-
all have a superpower.
I'm better in a real car than I am.
Mine is talking bullshit on the internet. That's my superpower.
Oh, poor connection apparently.
Yeah, it does that. It does that. No, you're up to 20. All right. Everybody jump on over to YouTube and join us. We're going to get this fired up.
Yep, jump on YouTube, guys.
Hey!
It's a better sound. We got good mics. We got the
My
whole thing.
GT4RS has an
Chat
oil
on
leak
there.
after one track day. Yeah. They're doing GT4 things.
Everybody jump onto YouTube.
We'll have to pronounce what all these are for everyone.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
This one might take some shake before.
All right. Well, I'll have to share it with Tedley so that they can hear him too.
Yeah, closer to me probably because you talk louder than me.
I'm noisy. Are you saying I'm a boisterous, loud mouth?
Exactly.
Yeah, just something like that.
Cute.
Yeah.
In the best possible way.
In the most flattering way possible, I promise.
Oh, Caleb.
Oh, look at you going for the Taylor.
Who knows what's up?
I know what I like.
Don't you drain my favorite bottle now.
We have two of them.
We do?
Do we?
Oh, do we?
No. I got more coming from Seth.
our
That's
life.
all right. Seth's
what we
sending
live for.
reinforcements.
Caleb,
I will
sorry.
not drain it.
Can you please pass me this water bottle?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
We do have a muffler. Muffles?
Oh, the strut to the rear axle crossmember were loose. Interesting.
Oh, you don't say. Yes, we're this is something we
All right. I see some
know.
folks jumping over to YouTube. We'll see you over there, guys.
How do you
Peace
pronounce
out.
your name?
Happy
Fisal?
Thais. Isal de Silva.
Fisal. So the axle bolts are actually Boxster parts is the problem. They're not GT car parts. So they're coarse thread. We've talked about this for a few weeks now. We actually have a part number that you can upgrade those to a much higher strength and quality bolt to keep the axles bolted to the output flange. So it's unfortunate that they're not using the fine thread bolts that come on the Club Sport. Who'd have thought? Use race car on a race car? Use race car parts on a race car.
Yeah, unfortunately, the GT car part of that translation did not happen.
It did not happen. They got the right engine in it, but the rest of the car didn't come over. It's still a Boxster, which is, yeah.
Justin, do you have that part number? Do you want to put it up in there?
Got a picture somewhere.
It's in
probably being
Slack.
It's in
I can
Slack.
send it to you.
And Charles has it. So let's get to it. Our new friend Hodoveye is here with us. Say hello to everybody.
Hello everyone, I'm Hrvoje Maričić from Croatia and design engineer here at Dundon Motorsport.
His first big trip out of Europe, first international trip.
Yeah, that's correct.
And he came here
Very
and got
exciting.
to drive a E46 M3 and drink whiskey with us. And I think we got some work done. I'm not sure. We got
Something
some
like
work done?
that.
Yeah,
Got some
yeah.
work done.
We
That's
got
good.
some work done, have some fun, and this was an amazing week. So thank you guys for inviting me, and
So happy to have you here.
I'm so
Absolutely.
happy and proud to be part of this team. So
Yeah, we're really excited with the team's bubbly. You know when you get a team together and like everybody just jives and it's easy.
It's that magic that you can't
you
create out of nothing. It just has to happen organically. And It's really cool when it
yeah,
does.
and sometimes you got to bash your head against the wall repeatedly until you get there. And so this is something that I don't share with many, but I'll share with all my close friends here on YouTube. I think what is the number, Justin? What's our employee numbers at right now? Do you remember? Aren't we at like 33 or 34? Something like that. And there's 10 of us. So that should tell you how many we've had to go through to
Gone-
get to here.
Gone through a little bit.
Yeah.
Got to find the right fit.
You got to find the right fit, and some folks moved on of their own accord. Some folks were forcibly asked to step away from the building, and now we're finally at a good spot. We're at a
We're
good
driving.
spot.
We're driving.
We've got plenty of resources in design, so much so that we're able to, quite frankly, crank out parts faster than we can test them and approve them right now. So that's the
First time that's ever happened.
Yeah, that has never been the case. So now.
that's the aim.
Absolutely. So
Yes.
now we've got to fix the second part of that food chain, that next bottleneck, and that's where Justin and Caleb and Charles and I have some things to work out over the next month or two. Because some of this, and Ted, because we've got to get cars that we don't technically own in some cases in the building. Like we had. Paul came down with the taxi. Some of you guys that follow us, the yellow 992 GT3, he brought that down today because we needed to test fit some parts that we've had on the docket in CAD for a while. They're just little cooling ducts to direct some cooling air at the exhaust actuators. Some cars, for some reason, are very bitchy about that, and other cars 100% don't care. So, been trying to get those tested, and we actually were able to get them on the car. Hodoveye asked to make a couple edits. Looks like Porsche in their, as Thiesel's commented on, in their Porsche factory quality have changed some things about the diffuser from the original parts that we saw to the parts that are on the car that we tested today. So you gotta bob and weave. You gotta bob and weave. So, excuse me. For those that are, where is the meme that Philip put up about the sale?
Which one?
The I
Mr.
wait all year
Mr.
for a sale.
Got it.
That one, yes. So we're gonna put this meme up. We have a meme generator here in at Dundon that he keeps us cracking up. Hillbilly Philly does a good job with all the memes. This is one that is appropriate. We'll share it with you guys. Some of you will get a chuckle out of it.
He's a meme expert.
Ted and I hear this a lot. I'd buy it if it was on sale. Dundon has a sale. I'm not buying nothing. So, for those of you that have been waiting, this is the biggest sale we're going to have all year. Thank you to all of you that have taken part. We are currently at the extent that if you were to place an order, you're not likely to see it until mid-December, potentially longer. So the longer you wait, the longer you're gonna wait. So calling us and asking us, is it in stock, is gonna be met with a chuckle. So
We're doing our best. Our manufacturing guys are killing it, but a lot of people have taken advantage of the early release of the Black Friday sale. So kudos to those of you that did. Everybody who's waiting, the longer you wait, the longer you will have to wait. So just heads up.
heads up and get on the boat. Boat's very much already paddled out to sea. We're out there and we're moving.
I see Justin Green. What's up, Justin? Our buddy from Smokies.
Yes, sir.
Happy Friday.
He got his big bad searing grill like I've got in my backyard.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Ooh.
it's fancy.
Nice.
You gotta spend a little time to dial it in. He's still a little hot on the outside, a little cool on the inside, but that's just, it's kind of got this clunky mechanism where the burners are up here and you move the tray closer and farther away.
Based on how hot you want it.
Yeah. So it takes a little experimentation to get it right. Speaking of the ducts, those are 3D printed aluminum, which will make it relatively quick and easy for us to get those redone, rebuilt.
Yeah, those are our fancy schmancy cooling ducts, because when we put our street header system on the new 992 GT3 and RS, it relocates the position of the valve actuator, which as an electronic device is a little bit sensitive to heat. So we built these new cooling ducts. Harvey drew them in theory and design and internet, and we had them printed with aluminum, and this is the first test fit. They're pretty close.
In real life, we got to see them.
Yeah, exactly. We got some other bits here.
Some other goodies that Portobello
What's up, Salty?
drew up. What's up going on, Salman?
How's that brandy treating you?
Oh my god, delicious.
Nice.
Might be my new favorite bottle.
You just got to find a cork for
They're
it.
all. That's like every new girl you meet, isn't it?
Man,
She's my new favorite girl.
exactly.
Talk to everybody about what these parts are.
Yeah, so those are GT4RS air vents, and we designed them in carbon. Those are just first shot pieces, so they are not perfect, but it will be nice. So those are used when you do not have a. Can you give me more?
Yeah. So we use these. So these are parts for those of you that have a GT4RS. You'll notice that these are relatively small compared to the massive air curtains that come on the 4RS. These look more like what's going on the GT4.
And is air curtain our term?
No, that's an aerodynamic term.
Okay.
So
All right.
air curtain.
It's the part that lives in front of the fender,
So the idea of
the front fender.
idea of an air curtain is that it's trying to get air directed. So the tire lives here behind it. This looks like it's in front of it, but
Yeah,
technically it's behind.
it's
I'll do it this
the
way.
front. It's the front wheel.
There you go. The air comes in and gets directed to the outside of the tire, and it's trying to make a curtain of laminar flow air over the highly disturbed, turbulent flow air being churned up by the wheel. Thank you for that, Justin.
Justin's
That's
got that
great.
picture right there.
Yep, perfect. And so it's more about on the stock car. It's less about downforce and it's more about drag reduction.
Does it keep the air from getting into the wheel and getting all turbulent and nasty?
In an ideal case, yes, and it would have less drag because the turbulent air in the wheel would balloon out like this, and all the air that's trying to go around it would kind of hit a bubble and have to go around it. So this is trying to clean that up. It's not that much of a player for downforce. It's not that much of a thing to lose, I'll say, or to minimize, because the dive planes that are right in front of that are creating a tornado that create low pressure that suck all of the high pressure that's sitting underneath the fender out. So more about downforce, less about drag reduction. So what we're worried about as a race car that's trying to set down lap times is downforce. Cars are already pretty slippery. We don't have to worry so much about drag
Especially
reduction.
the 718. It's skinny compared
Tiny,
to everything
she's
else.
Skinny, yeah. Not like a 3RS, big fat girl. So we went back to these parts so that we could give you a full width dive plane. I don't know, those of you who've seen the Club Sport or some of the other dive planes that are out there with these little tiny flick in the front and something that'll fit between, that's garbage. It's kind of a half-assed solution. So, Mr. Louis Valise, so I don't want to break your heart, brother. You have a wonderful car, and I want you to continue thinking that you have a wonderful car, but I do not want to break your heart. Most of the parts on the car are Boxster parts. It's a Boxster. Started life as a Boxster. It is a Boxster. The interior is that of a Boxster. The chassis is that of a Boxster. The uprights are Boxster parts. It's all Boxster. All the time.
Axles, bolts.
Axles, bolts.
The engine
brakes.
and the gearbox are robust.
The engine and the gearbox are from a GT3.
But the stub axles that go into the gearbox are from a Boxster.
Are from a Boxster.
So the problem with that is they're not built to the same level of robustness, if that's a word.
I like that word.
Like the GT3, right? And what
Exactly.
Jamie's saying is it's a smaller, for instance, the axle bolt that bolts the axle into the stub axle that attaches to the gearbox. That bolt is smaller.
It's the same diameter.
So it's the same diameter bolt, but the thread is coarser.
Coarser, so
So
less surface area for
clamping
engagement.
force.
Yep, less clamping force.
Yep.
That's right. Yeah, they're for example, they still are on the table.
Yeah,
We
they're
keep
right
talking
here from
about it.
previous adventures.
So, I don't know if you can zoom in on these.
Yeah, the one on your guys' right, the one in Jamie's left hand is the stock bolt from the 4RS. The
So-
threads go all the way down. They're much coarser,
This
and as
one.
a result, they don't have as much bite when it comes time to torque them down. The other one
Yeah,
in
here you
Jamie's
go.
left
Just hold
hand
up. So
is shouldered and has and come closer to us, Justin.
yeah, they're
Closer
very
to
out
us,
of focus.
closer to us, closer to us. Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, keep
It's
coming.
never going to focus on those.
Yeah, it's not gonna
Yeah,
work.
not going to work.
Anyway,
We'll figure it out. He'll take a picture and get 'em up.
finer thread pitch, shouldered bolt, and then obviously we use a higher grade version of that bolt, which is stronger metal and higher clamp load, and just generally
Yeah,
more
you can-
appropriate for a 500 horsepower car that's going to see heavy G loads on the track.
Yeah, you can get more torque on it. What's sad is the torque spec for those bolts. They're single use bolts. Yes, we can. 1 second. Motec M, as in the ECU makers.
Smells awesome.
Oh, it's really good. It's really good. And then we'll have, what do we talk about what we're drinking here in a second, because
Yeah.
this is important. That's delicious. The torque spec is, if I remember right, Charles said it's 25 pound-feet and 90 degrees, which means it's a stretch bolt and it's a single-use bolt, is
Correct.
what they put in the car.
Yep.
The ones that we replaced it with, we torqued to, I think, 70 pound-feet. That's the number that's sticking in my head. I believe that's what he said. 65, 70.
I don't remember. but
Something like
but
that.
He would know.
So, hey, what's up, Motec? Motec from Australia? Do you know our friend Daniel Elias? You might.
Probably do if you're in Australia and you deal with Motec.
Indeed. Indeed. So let's go on to that question.
Smells awesome.
Yeah, it's very. Hey, there we go. Let's show that. So the one on the top is from a GT3, very fine pitch. The one on the bottom is coarse thread. You would think your initial thought is the finer thread does not carry as much load, and it's actually the opposite. The amount of surface area that you employ as you're putting a bolt in will dictate how much clamp load it can carry versus how many threads or how much of the bolt is threaded. So this is something that I learned recently because
You were educated.
I was educated, and it's good to remain curious. So we're going to take a pivot, then we're going to come back to the 991.1 GT4RS. I am going to answer your question. A tune is not necessary with the headers. A tune is not necessary with the intake, except that the car gets confused at idle by having a larger throttle body and having to close the throttle body more than it's expecting to maintain the same amount of mass flow and the same RPM. To control the RPM, the car gets confused. Only the 991.1 GT4RS. Just very curious. So we are going to one of these days, when we have one here, explore a bit of the nuance of the tuning at idle to see if we can fix that. A tune will get you a bit more power. It will smooth things out. As being from Motec, you understand that you can, at the torque dips, you can add a bit of ignition. At the torque peaks, you can pull a bit of ignition out. You can smooth it out. You can change the cams a little bit. You can clean the fuel up, especially in a DFI engine, so that it's just crisp and nice, all that good shit. The car does a really good job of adapting because it's a map for load, and it's a highly modeled map for load. So it's used to accommodating ram air.
Yeah.
And because it's used to accommodating ram air, when we start eliminating or creating more suction and adding more pressure to the intake, the car can adapt pretty well to it.
Similar effect to ram air, just doing it with natural
suction
pressure and
exactly.
suction. Exactly.
So let's talk about this one.
Yeah,
That's
how do
really
we
good.
learn us on what this is?
Learn us on some
It's-
liquors.
Why is it so good?
Yeah.
It's delicious.
So these are ones that I brought from Croatia to my American friends, and this one in particular is something like herb brandy, and this one actually won the gold medal on the World Championship of making brandy, something like this. It
Right
has
on.
it has 48 different types of herbs inside, and it's aged for 12 months. Something like 2 type of distillery. I'm not sure.
Does it
about.
say what it's aged in?
Probably in these barrels.
Oh yeah, like an oak barrel. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
perfect.
very sweet.
That's why it's
Very
got that
sweet.
nice color.
Yep.
And usually in Croatia, when you have some stomach problems, you would probably go and
Yeah, it's like medicine.
Yeah.
like a medicine,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
You do not take a lot of those, but just a tiny bit.
It really. I told you earlier about
Yeah, of course.
Justin. I'm going to send you something that I had when I was at the Nürburgring, and
Let me
it's
pass
very
this to my
similar to
dear
this.
friend. Salty. Here we go.
The a number of European countries will use a relatively stiff alcohol as a post-dinner digestif.
That's exactly what this tastes like. Yeah.
Isn't
All those
this-
Italian Amaros and
Exactly.
Montenegro and
Exactly.
stuff like that.
So
yeah.
you
Very
have
similar.
them, and it's funny. I've talked to a physician friend of mine, and in essence, what's going on when that happens is your body goes, okay, all this food we're trying to digest, we're working really hard to try and digest it, and then when you have some of this, your body goes, eek, poison, and it goes, poof, get this shit out of the building and get it gone, and then you feel better because it gets gone. So, cheers to ancient wisdom.
Cheers.
Justin Green, give me some context on the comment.
I
'cause
think
we
he's
covered a
talking.
lot
I
of
think he's
ground.
talking about the tune for the GT3RS. So if you just do headers on the GT3RS, the 991.1 and the 991.2, you do not need a tune.
Correct.
The car will not throw any lights. It will make power. It will be great.
Yes.
We make an intake kit for the 991.1 and 991.2 RS. They are the same parts. The 991.2 RS works great, makes power, doesn't have any issues, does not throw a check engine light. The 991.1 RS gets a little bit cranky about how much air the throttle body is seeing at idle, and as a result, sometimes not with great consistency. The screws.
Yeah.
The screws. Got it.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Fair enough.
yes, the
I guessed wrong.
it's I don't. These are instances I don't like being right. I don't like being right. I remember when we got I wish Porsche would build the Cayman right so that I wouldn't have my automatic isms associated with Caymans. But ever since they came out with the Boxer, the first one, that was a car that was meant to be inexpensive. And Porsche has never stopped with that line. The Cayman is the transition from, and BMW guys don't hate me because we got a lot of BMWs outside and I am a fanboy and own 2, so don't, and he owns 1 and 2. You had 2. Did you get rid of the X5?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we sold
1. We got a lot of
But
M3s.
I've had like 4 M3s. So.
Yeah, we've got 3 M3s
still
sitting
have
here
one.
between the 3 of us, and he drove my M3 all week, so he's surrogate M3 owner when he comes to the States. Cayman is the step up from a BMW to a Porsche. Generally speaking, that is the way that works. You don't typically go from I have a BMW
Justin
and now
said
have
he's just talking crap, but
yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
But the problem is, and I think really what oh my god, the memes are
Come on.
the memes are strikes again. He's
you
killing
gotta
us
put
over
that
here
up
on
there,
the
but
side.
that's just mean.
Oh.
That's just mean. Philip's being mean now.
What our
Philip's just being mean.
our theory is, and I'm going to say this on it, it's probably what you shouldn't say, is that Porsche knows that mid-engine is better. That's why they put the 991.2 RSR, the motor got moved in front of the rear axle. So they know that in theory, with all of the same technology and ethos applied to a mid-engine chassis, it's going to go faster than a rear-engine chassis. But the 911 is where they hang their hat.
And they
So
make a lot more money on the 911.
They intentionally withhold performance that could other. I mean, there's a reason the GT4RS doesn't have double wishbone front suspension. It would be an absolute beast. So
and it doesn't have multi-link that they've had on the car since the 993, for God's sake.
yeah, it's still McPherson strut rear. So
Right.
there are intrinsic limitations built into the Cayman platform. It makes it really fun to drive. It makes it really lively. It also gives people like us opportunities to make the car more approachable and better and faster on the track. So
It's just honestly sad
kinda-
that you can buy a $250,000 car from Porsche and have to put a significant sum of money into the car to make it as good as a 992 GT3.
yeah,
Dare I say, right? So,
indeed.
anyway.
What's up, Mick? How you doing, Michael C? Good to see you, buddy.
He was just down in Cali, I think, with his GT4.
Oh yeah. So this is something I was fortunate enough to experience at the Nürburgring. It's called Eifelfeuer. The
Easy for you
Nürburgring
to
is
say.
in the Eifel Mountains, and Feuer is the German word for fire. So I think it's the
Ah.
Eiffel fire water. But it is
Moonshine.
also an herbaceous liqueur and digestif, and it is delicious. It reminds me a lot of
Yeah.
what this delicious Croatian firewater is. So,
Indeed. So the firewater we haven't opened yet. We should probably open the firewater. That's
Which one's that? Is that
that one? Either the pear or
the
the
pear?
plum brandy.
I want to
is
try the
going to
I want to
be-
try the pear one.
All right.
Yeah, let me just mix this because this one has edible gold,
Yeah.
gold on the bottom,
Got-
so you have to.
Oh, we gotta. All right, we need the top.
Yep, yep.
Top.
Just in the essentials is with the bolts for the rear axle is they put Cayman axle bolts on the 4RS, and they don't clamp as well. So we have a recommendation for an ARP
Cheers.
replacement that works better.
And what's great is it's an ARP made bolt.
You could probably do it on your
Um,
GT4. Is that 981
Yep.
GT4 similar?
GT4 is the same.
Yeah, you could probably do the same thing.
And it's available from McMaster, which
Yeah, they're cheap.
makes
I think
life
it's
really,
like
really nice.
$75 for all 12 of them. Is it 12?
Something like that, yeah.
I think it's six
So,
aside.
so for those that are asking, well, Jamie, if you guys know about this, why didn't you call Porsche? We did, and we told them, and they did not give two shits. They had no fucks were given to us about that. Tried to write them, tried to tell them, no fucks were given. Okay, guys, no worries. What's the next one? What did I miss?
Probably not something we should put on Whiskey Friday.
Yeah, probably not. That's all right.
Oh,
So,
sorry, Trey.
Hillbilly Philly writes some internal humor for us sometimes.
Turning red.
So, and he's turning red now,
That's pretty
so
good.
yeah, probably
That's pretty
don't want to
good.
share it.
Pretty good.
There it is, Jamie.
For you, Justin, it would just be insurance. We haven't really seen that same phenomenon with
Oh, nice.
It's amazing.
the 981 GT4,
That's lovely.
because the the car's not making 500 horsepower
Yeah.
yet, right?
Yeah. Well played.
Something like
Thank
that.
you, Charles. I mean, Justin.
Got dad jokes.
Got the dad jokes flowing. I'm gonna pivot a bit. Alex, our other European pickup, he's handling all of our marketing, website, computer science engineer,
Yes,
all,
he's
all
our
of
marketing, coding, back end of the DundonMotorsports.com experience guru. So
the fucking hell. He's like literally rebuilt the entirety of the website
Yep.
in like 3 months.
Yeah,
which we
which
were
we could-
quoted 15
yeah,
and a gazillion dollars to do.
yeah.
So-
Kudos to you, Alex.
He's got a great page coming up that is curating all of the YouTube videos for all of our exhausts, not just our own, but everybody's that we've been able to find that is appropriate. Those of you who have our aerodynamic parts, we would love a video from you about them, because we don't have a lot of feedback about the Aero parts and how transformative they are for the car. We have our own stuff. We know they work really well. We know they truly transform the car. We'd love to hear something from y'all. And to that end, we are seeing our Aero parts play a much larger role and percentage in the sale, which is nice to see. We started life as an exhaust company. We are not an exhaust company anymore. Do we make exhaust? Absolutely. Are we some of the best at it? 100%. Will you find any better? Not likely. But we also make really nice other parts, like all of our new suspension parts. I guess I'll actually let Ted show this. All of a sudden we started seeing a bunch of sales of a specific part, and I had no idea what the hell was going on, because we had announced it like 1 day previous. Go ahead.
Yeah, so some very keen-eyed Renlist observers noticed that we put some new parts up on our website, and that particular part that grabbed their interest was the upper rear strut mounts for the Boxster Cayman platform. And these strut mounts are unique because by simply bolting them on, they add quite a bit of camber, negative camber, to the rear of those cars. And these guys were jumping on and chatting with each other on Renlist, and they're like, hey, what are these? So I happened to jump in and answer some questions, and I think we sold 6 or 7 sets in like 2 days.
Yeah, like
And
bang,
it was
bang,
like,
bang,
oh,
bang, bang.
so it's
bang.
clear that
Like,
we
what the hell's going on?
clearly
That
we
doesn't
identified
happen.
a need.
Yeah.
But for those of you with the Boxster platforms, Justin, this means you as well, looking to get more negative camber in the rear of your car, as well as tire clearance, 11 millimeters.
11 millimeters, 315s and
yeah,
325s
we can
are likely not a problem.
We can get some big tires on the back of those things
yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Go ahead and take a look. Yeah, the rear camber plates for the rear of that car, they stick the upper shock section inward a bit more, and they should make a pretty nice little transformation for you. So that was a nice little bump this week, and something cool to find for folks.
Absolutely. Jorge, tell everybody, what are some of the things you're working on? What's coming up next?
What's on your
What we got
pipeline?
coming?
It's not restricted. I can talk.
Yeah. We're not.
Jamie's a
NASA.
fan.
Okay.
Jamie's a fan of like totally blowing the surprise on Whiskey Friday.
Yeah. Well, it's so let me clarify. We're not going to give pricing. We're not going to say performance, and we're not going to say it's going to be available on this day. But we are going to tell people about what's coming. What are we working on? What are the things that are in the pipeline? What are important to us, and what do we believe is a problem in the marketplace that we're trying to solve?
Okay, perfect.
So yeah.
So I'm working on one very excited product, which will be the universal decklet for GT3.
991.
991.1,
GT3.
991.2,
Yep.
GT3.
Which will be able
Decklet.
to fit our wing
Yep.
Yeah.
on the
First
rear.
swan neck wing will go on there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very exciting product. I'm really eager to see how it will look like. And 2 days ago, Charles and I went to see our supplier for carbon parts. It was amazing. So I got so many ideas, and it was very useful to see those parts live. So
Yeah, it's
I can't wait to make this product, to see it in production, and see it finally on customer cars and happy customers with using
Yeah.
this.
So
Yeah,
for
it
those
will be
for
nice.
those of you guys with GT3s 991.1 or 991.2 looking for a little more performance on the track, Autovia is working on a new deck lid replacement that will be carbon fiber and applicable to both models, and it will enable the installation of this wing that you see in the picture here that Justin put up. And it's not going to look exactly like this deck lid. This one's from a GT3R,
Throw an RS up there, Justin.
but it'll look like a 991 RS deck lid, and
Like,
it'll be able to
Ed's
swap the uprights to swan neck style with
better.
proper support.
Phillips car.
Oh yeah, the red
the red
dot
one.
2RS from
Yeah.
South Africa.
Yeah.
Very similar type installation.
Yeah, there
so.
you go. And the
there you go.
intention, the intention behind it is the 991.1's getting a little long in the tooth. It's been around for
10
a number
years
of
old.
years. It's 10 years old.
Yeah.
Next year.
Yep.
And there's a lot of them out there, and they can be driven incredibly quickly. We've got some local drivers with essentially basic cars.
Yeah,
that
simple
drive
bolt-ons.
super fast.
Yeah.
Right? So they're very, very competent.
Aaron,
And yeah, Aaron.
looking at you.
Mr. Curson, Mr. Slalom mountain bike professional superstar. He's regularly as fast in his car as we are in some of the shit that we've modified, especially me, which I'm always like, what the fuck? How is that possible? So he's never faster than him, but none of us are faster than him.
I wouldn't have my job if he was faster.
Damn straight. We'd be like, hey, Aaron, we got a job opening.
What's up, Ed?
What's up, Ed?
Fellow Edward. Nice to see you.
So those of you with 991.1s will be able to put the wing and our splitter on the car and MCS. You don't have to sell the car. You'll be able to keep the car.
Be like Ed.
Speaking of Ed, you could be just like Ed.
Be like Ed. You got
And-
Ed's. You got Ed's.
Drop 5, 6, 7 seconds a lap without too much trouble, just by bolting parts on the car. So those of you with new G Series engines, or those of you who have talked to us about what you do when your car is finally out of warranty, inspect your finger followers. If there's any questions about that, please reach out to myself or Jacob Cohen at specgerman.com. Jacob's going to love that.
Don't call me.
specgerman.com. One more time, specgerman.com.
What are you doing this Friday, Mr. Ed?
He
What are you
is
up to?
lamenting that Porsche is giving him a hard time about the fact that they owe him an engine. But that's a whole nother conversation.
You'll get one. You'll get one. We'll make him do it.
I believe so. The other cool thing that Horvier is working on, talk to him about how we're going to make the cup car headers. That's actually really fucking cool.
Yeah. Charles and I just recently, yesterday, we finished the 3D scanning of the cup car. And we are going to do some new headers, new designs. It will be 3D printed ones, which will be amazing.
Yeah. We're
can't wait to start on this project.
yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, this is
that's
gonna
gonna be
be
fun.
fun. Yeah.
So Horvier gets to learn header design by essentially Charles saying, "I want them this diameter, this step, this long, go."
I have to say something. So Charles is amazing to work with.
Yeah.
He is so knowledgeable and he is ready to share his knowledge.
Which is
So
rare.
My head.
It's rare,
Yesterday,
right?
my head was like this.
Yeah.
So many informations, you have to write everything
Right.
inside. But
And the thing, I'm going to give Charles some love. The thing that people don't understand is Charles is not an engineer. He didn't go to 4 years of college. He's self-taught.
Yeah.
He taught himself the math. He taught himself the physics. He taught himself the science. And the two engineers here are like, what the fuck? How do you possibly know all this?
yeah,
you know?
I have to be honest. He's above PhD level.
Yeah, agreed.
For me, when I hear him speaking about this stuff and how passionate he is about this, he's above PhD. So
Agreed. The fact that he taught himself differential equations.
I was just gonna say that. I was like, sometimes I teach myself differential equations on the side to make cool exhaust parts.
Yeah, sometimes.
Oh wait, no.
Oh, wait, no.
Nobody ever does
Nobody
that.
does that. Nobody does that. You're right. Your head gets warm with this. This one especially. I'm
Can you
like,
give me
head is
a little
warm.
splash? I need to try it
yeah.
before I go.
Here, we'll give you a non-contaminated splash test just since you're sick and I don't want to get sick.
I'm mildly sick. Just
Yeah,
barely-
it's
just
a
barely.
little bit of whiskey fixes that most of the time.
It's
I
called
have to say
November
this
in
live,
Washington.
So
Yeah, word
everyone in team is really amazing, very professional, really hardworking.
Oh come on! You gonna throw Philip under the bus like that?
And
He's
very-
gonna take offense to being called
Everybody
professional.
but Philip.
And very passionate about the things that they do. So I was passing by Justin's desk the other day.
Yeah.
The dude has Navier-Stokes equations open.
Yeah.
What?
That was from a conversation we had last week before you
Oh,
got here.
okay.
Because I was explaining CFD
Yep.
and what CFD needs to calculate on every one of the voxels that it's defining. It's
Yeah.
resolving the Navier-Stokes equations for energy and for
Yeah,
mass.
for all of those data points.
All those data points, and that's why when you start to model some of this stuff and you're looking at the Navier-Stokes equations,
You can understand why you would need 44 computers running 22 days of CFD to
and it's the same shit that Charles had to figure out to understand pulse
pulse
gas
waves.
flow
Yeah.
and wave propagation, and why like for instance, our Nürburgring tips are based off of get the mass flow out and reflect the pressure waves back into the muffler. So pressure waves coming out this way hits a wall, goes backwards.
Yeah, so the
Some of
sound wave
decibels-
reflects.
Yeah, it
Yep.
reflects, tries to cancel it out. mass flow can back up and go out this hole. Is there a little bit of turbulence? Yeah, there's a little bit of turbulence. It's not perfectly laminar. Is it?
It's also far enough downstream where it doesn't hurt as bad.
It isn't going to hurt as much, right? So our friend Doug is at Laguna Seca, and Laguna Seca is a pain in the ass track for all of us.
Can I share the numbers?
Yeah.
So Doug has a 991.1 GT3, that red one, that beautiful red car that we saw earlier, with our loud muffler and street headers, titanium loud muffler and street headers. At Thunder Hill, his car, without any extra quiet tips, blew 106 decibels, which is pretty much over the limit for any sound-restricted racetrack
Yeah.
in the,
Including the Nürburgring.
Western Hemisphere.
Yeah.
And at Laguna today, he had his quiet tips on that are the same design that we are describing here, and he blew a 99.
He had
A full 7 dB reduction.
under
in
100
peak
decibels
sound.
at Laguna with a full exhaust.
Yeah, under 100 with some power parts is freaking awesome.
That's dope. That's fantastic. So we're really stoked on that. A number of our customers have been doing this. Most of them, most of the guys that have gone to tie mufflers see that the differential is larger.
Yeah, from loud to
Quiet
tips.
tips, yeah. Most of that's due to, this gets sciencey, but sound is two things. There's the frequency of the sound, which is the pitch that you hear, and then there's the energy in the sound, which is the decibels associated with the strength of the wave. So you can think of
The
it,
amplitude.
yeah, the amplitude of the wave versus the spacing of the wave, right? How close together it is, how far apart it is, these kinds of things. Titanium resonates at a higher frequency. Higher frequency has generally less power. Low tones have more power.
Lower amplitude.
Why do elephants speak subsonically to each other? Because it'll carry for fucking miles and miles and miles and miles and miles because it's got a lot of power. They're also gigantic, so they probably can't speak any other way.
Right.
So the best benefit you're going to get, we'll get to that.
Yeah, on track off road. We'll get to that. Let Jamie finish his thought, and I'll jump in and answer.
So the wow, you guys are good. This is it's popping. Just jump in.
Yeah, for sure. So the front splitter question, the lip spoiler is the piece that meshes the front bumper skin to the splitter lip. We have two options. We have a carbon fiber one, which is very pretty and looks awesome, and we have a 3D printed plastic one that is a lot simpler.
Do you have a top-down view of that?
And less expensive to make, and it just fills the gap between the splitter and the front bumper.
Yeah, there you
Essentially,
go.
it
Perfect.
takes the place of your factory front lip spoiler. So that piece right there, right in the middle. Yep. And so the two options: one looks nicer and costs more because it's a little bit more of a pain to make, and we have a very expensive mold that we had to pay for.
We also got Dundon Motorsports in it.
It looks dope. It says Dundon. And then the other one's 3D printed plastic, so it's a little bit simpler. Yeah, so it's just two cost options, essentially.
Yeah, and-
nerfing it on your driveway, that's what those little pucks in the front are going to take care of.
Yeah, you're never going to hit the lip. You're going to hit the bottom of the splitter.
So
and
the splitter has
never hit any of
two
it.
protective features. On the very corner, on the outside, just in front of the wheel, there's a big rub block, which is a big piece of plastic, I think is what it is. Is it?
Yeah, so the ones on the edge are,
Do you have the underside, Justin? It's on the website.
what the hell is that material? It's
Caleb sent me some pictures earlier.
It's a specific rub block material,
Yeah,
and Ryan's
super
gonna
dense.
kick my ass
It's
for not
super
knowing
dense.
the name of it, but that's all right.
poly something Feline.
Yeah, yeah.
And then so
Um,
and then there's also titanium anti-skid pucks that are at the very front.
That are an option that comes with aluminum.
Aluminum, okay, so
Yeah.
titanium's an option, yeah.
Titanium.
And please don't get confused with this 3D printed plastic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
those
The,
plastics
the,
we use are so
the,
strong. We
the
just,
3D printed plastic at
yeah.
the top is the same as the carbon. They're both durable. They're both
Yeah, very strong.
very strong. One
It's
is
just whether or not you
one
want
is just fancier than the other.
Cars and Coffee cred. Get the carbon. You're just gonna take it to the track and beat the shit out of it. Get the plastic.
Yeah.
Because it's $1,000 you won't need.
Yeah, for sure. Lewis, the check engine light on the 4RS when replaced, that's only going to be an issue if you get a car that is what I'll call rest of world. On our website it says ROW. Those cars have monitored OPF filters, which would be the secondary catalytic converter. In the U.S., the OPF filters are not monitored, so we get to remove them without any penalties. So you just have to be aware of that if your car is, delivered in South America or Europe or something like that.
Yep.
And then TRS Cobra, I remember talking to you on Renlist and on the phone this week. No issues with stock struts or springs with the camber plates. You were going to be all set.
Yeah, the only comment that I'll add to that is you will have to our strut plates, our upper strut mounts, camber plates. I'll get the name right. I'll just
Jacobs is telling you, so he should be.
awesome.
He should be good.
Cool. Oh, he's local.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. You just gotta adjust the ride height.
Yeah, I told him about
yeah,
that, yeah.
it's going to be about 20 millimeters off by having ours up there versus the stock ones. But plenty of room to adjust for that. You're going to be good to go.
Yeah, the rear just sits a little bit higher up, just based on where the front, or where that spring height is on that upper mount. And fortunately, the cars have ride height adjustable suspension from the factory, so you just spin the collar down and you'll be dialed.
997 Swan Neck. You're singing my songs, brother. So yes, that'll happen. It's not going to be the first thing we do because have you seen the prices of 997.2 RSs lately?
Yeah, who's messing with one of those?
They're $500,000. When the fuck did that happen? It feels like it happened over a week. They were like 160,000, and then the next week guys are asking 450 for what the fuck? I mean, I'm like staring at my orange one going, oh, well, hello,
She's
baby.
going back to stock, baby.
Hello! I'm just going to use the cup car. That one can go, and I'll get my Speciale. Sold.
Cha-ching.
Thank you very
That's
much.
a nice
Fuck
trade.
yeah.
That's a nice trade.
Yeah, I'd do that trade every single day of the week. Thank you very much. What do you got, Cotton Candy Randy, and who are you in real life? You don't have to type it for everybody, but I'm curious which 997 sauce you have. We've got two folks, and I have to give Vin Anatra a shout out for this. He did his D4 package on his 997.2 RS, and we literally have sold more D4 packages after he posted his clickbaity videos on how much they cost and all this bit than probably the previous 2 years of being able to sell them.
I don't know if I'd go that far. We've sold a few of them, but he definitely
Like 6.
He definitely has it been that many?
Yeah.
Okay, so he did. I mean,
He moved the needle. I don't know if it was just because. Oh, what's up, Matt? Ah, Matt. Right on. So did you make a decision? So I talked to Matt last night about doing a 4.0 or a 4.2, likely. He's
On his
been
997?
on his 997.
Okay. Yeah.
And I told him don't do either right now.
Got one GT3. Okay.
Yep.
All
Don't
right.
do either. Just get the intake kit. Get it all tuned up because you'll use the same parts once you get it done.
And it makes 410 wheel horse.
Right. And if the engine is still in good shape,
If it's still
don't
making
rebuild a
if it's
good
still
engine.
making compression and it still has good valve guides, freaking send it.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Fucking work it until you gotta spend the money. Don't
Yeah.
spend the money until you need to.
Matt, did Jamie tell you to go look at that video of the green car that we did? Because
Oh shit.
that's the same. That's
yeah.
the same engine. Go look at our YouTube. We did Daryl's .1 RS, which doesn't matter if it's an RS. It's the same engine and the
Yep.
.1s.
Yep.
He got. Did he do race headers or street headers?
He's got race.
He's got race headers, so he's got a little more spice on it. And you could do it if you wanted, but
got
don't
race
tell anybody. His car made 415 at the wheels after making 355 stock. So he made 70 wheel horse with bolt-ons, dude.
Yeah.
And if you can do that, like, absolutely go that way. Unless your car's already down compression or it needs valve seals or
And it's
valve guides or
perfect.
anything like that.
It's
Like,
perfect. We talked about that. I was like, did you have it measured for compression and leak down? He's like, yeah, it's perfect. I was like, then don't rebuild it.
run it.
Leave it the fuck alone.
Absolutely.
So, at the end of the day, brother, and the other thing that you and I talked about is the heart wants what the heart wants, and some of these decisions are non-logical.
So true.
So, whatever it is you want, I mean, we're talking about fucking toys and spending money on
Cars
toys,
are an emotional connection, right?
right? So, get what you want.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
4.0 when it's
Oh,
tired.
you'll like that video of that green car, because that car got Charles' special sauce in the gearbox
Oh God, we
with-
talked about that a little bit.
with the custom
Yeah.
gear ratios.
Yeah,
and
$20,000 transmission.
It's like a super bike with gear ratios. It's friggin' sick.
He's driven the pumpkin with the gear ratios in it before we parked it. Yeah,
It's
it's
freaking
so
sick.
fun.
It's sick.
So fun.
Absolutely.
Hopefully that one's running the next time you're here, because it actually did Charles get you the scan? No, he didn't. For building.
You're speaking in incomplete thoughts.
You don't say. I'm speaking in Jamie-isms. Everybody's like, time out. Please say a complete sentence. So, part of the reason that my pumpkin has been down is it has been a laboratory. And it's been a laboratory for
It's a development mule.
electronics for putting 991.2 GT3 running engine, transmission, etc., into a 997. And the reason we want to do that is I've had very fancy, very expensive 4.2 liter engines built on a Metzger, and the most that they ever made that I ever saw was like 470, 475.
Thanks, Eric. See you later, buddy.
The 991.2 GT3 with just bolt-ons, it makes, in our cup car, it makes almost 550 wheel horsepower with nothing. We didn't open it up yet. We didn't do anything to it. So we're like, the hot rodder in me is like, wait, I can buy that engine from a wrecked car and put it in this car and instantly make a fuckload more power than the $100,000 engine I built for it? Sold. I want to do that, not that other thing. So that's what has been going on in my 997. We've been engaged with our friend Daniel Elias at Calibrated Performance since before there was a Calibrated Performance. So he's an English gent that actually went to race engineer school, and Harvey and I were talking about that. Both of us would have gone to that school if that was a school that was available to us, but it's
Right.
only a UK thing where all the race cars are built. So they actually have a university that you can create an engineer that comes out and knows suspension and electronics and computer science and like fluid dynamics and all the, they're like an everything engineer,
Yeah.
which is fucking dope.
Yeah.
And Daniel is one of those, and you will meet him soon. And you guys will get along like peas and carrots. He's fucking awesome.
That's why Red Bull F1 team is located in UK.
Right?
That's why most F1
all of
teams
them
have
are.
the
Yeah.
HQ.
Cosworth, Williams.
Hi, Dougie. How was your day, Dougie?
Oh, so much sauce curiosity. That's good. That's good. Well, you got the special
You brought the sauce, Dougie.
extra. Where'd you land, homie? Where'd you land? And I'll continue my 997 thought.
Justin, share the meme. Do it.
Share it. Do it.
Share it.
Make 997s cheap again. I'll vote for that.
Oh my god.
I'll vote for that.
Give me a
Jesus
red hat.
Christ.
Give me a red hat any day.
Right?
I want that one.
I want that red hat. The other one can take a hike, but I'll take that one.
Absolutely.
So for those that don't know, Doug has a very special 991.1. We'll call it a 991.1. It's kind of not, but kind of close. We got another chair if you want to have a seat.
We got a couch.
We got a couch. You talk long enough. Hey, what's up,
What's up,
Morris?
Forrest?
137, homie. You think there's more in it?
Yeah, you do.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. 135's dope. You want something?
I'm good.
You sure?
I got one. I'm good.
Okay. Because we have many. This one, you'll have to try this one at some
I
point.
would love to
It's
see a
very
135
delicious.
or a 134 tomorrow, Dougie. Put your big girl pants on.
Big girl pants on. Doug has all the sauce. That's his fancy 991.1. Charles spent a long couple days to get that car across the line so that it was usable, because it has we'll say Frankenstein front end.
Currently, yes.
Currently, yes. It's fixable, but it's currently very Frankenstein. It's got a 991.2 bumper, 991.1 shit. Woo! Flat through one.
Yeah, buddy.
Love
Get
that. Mike Chang says hi, Charles. So 997, the end result is going to be a package that allows the stock ECU from the GT3 engine to communicate
From the 991.
from the
GT3
991.
engine.
Correct, thank you. The 991.2 GT3 engine and transmissions to talk to the 997 chassis, and by extension, any chassis, including no chassis. So, like a Cup car,
Interesting.
or a Cayman, or an Audi RS6. But I don't know why you do that.
Philip Subaru?
You want
A
to sound?
Philip Subaru.
So we're gonna get.
Hello.
We're gonna
You
get
get one of those H6 3.6 badges. H6 4.0 badges.
4.0.
There you go.
I like it. I like it. Are you down in Cali right now, Mike?
Oh, Sonoma. All right.
Be careful. Sonoma's one of those tracks that scares me, but then all the tracks with walls that are
It's-
big boy
it's-
tracks
it's
scare
like
me.
Pacific. It'll just bite your ass if you
Fuck up.
drop attention in the wrong place.
Like running over the cone at 7.
Doug, I got one word for you, my friend, to get flat over 1. Valkyrie.
Valkyrie, trust it.
Fucking send it. Do it. You can do
I already
it.
told him to turn it up 2 degrees.
You can do
Laguna
it.
is
What's the wing at?
I don't know. What's your
Doug,
wing at?
if your
Doug?
wing is less than 8, put it to 8. If it's at 8, put it to 9.
Yeah, buddy.
Freaking send it.
We need a pumpkin meme right now.
We need,
We
a,
need
pumpkin
a pumpkin meme.
Yeah.
Do we have a pumpkin meme?
We could somewhere.
Pumpkin engineering. Go.
There is, I'll be honest, I have not driven Sonoma in real life yet, and I have not even really spent enough time to get to know it in the sim.
I'd like that. That'd be
But
funny.
Sonoma is a track, I would liken it to kind of Thunder Hill 5 Mile, where there is always something to do. There is no breaks. You are always doing something,
Philip's
and
not angry, he's just mean.
yeah, kind of old school in that fashion. And if you screw up, it likely means a trip to the body shop.
Yeah.
Is that all he's been doing? He's just up this. Yeah. He's
Yeah, I would say, I think you're at 8, Doug.
Yeah, I think I remember 8 at Thunder Hill as well.
So if you have the 12 point,
He should.
I think
He
so.
knows what he's doing.
Yeah, turn it up.
Yeah. Yeah,
First thing tomorrow, before you go out, I would say go up 2, because Laguna doesn't have any meaningful long straight that's going to hurt you. So,
Yeah, I mean you're not gonna crack 135 over the top of the hill.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll make you faster at Pacific for sure.
Here's the meme.
Oh, yeah. That's not wrong. You can throw that one up there.
I love that one.
You should throw that one up there. It's not wrong.
Dougie, I wanna hear how good that car feels with that wing at 10. That thing is gonna be freaking locked in.
Because the thing to remember is when you increase the
wing
flow
angle.
field of the wing, it pulls more air under the car, and you actually get more downforce everywhere, not just in the rear. You
Yeah.
get it in the front too.
Yeah.
So it's kind of not normal thinking, but you end up
It's the benefit
creating
of,
more of a vacuum
it's the
behind the
benefit
car.
of
that-
having an underwing as a
Correct.
splitter,
That's
which is
right.
what our splitter does, versus just using diffusers. So
I
Makes-
love
makes a nice
that.
difference.
And it'll be interesting because you'll have a whole day on those Supercar 3Rs, and you'll be able to see what the second day feels like. So,
she's not gonna point any worse, Dougie. She's not gonna point any worse.
um,
Those corners are all really medium speed,
Oh,
which
God.
is kind of right in the friggin' wheelhouse.
we have to share it. We
no.
have to share that.
We're gonna alienate the Cayman community.
It's okay. They love it. They're used to it. They expected it. Oh my God.
We have one. We
Right? I mean, we have
that's
one.
us, yeah.
We have it. It's okay. But, oh, dude, Paul's gonna rock. How do you, and Oris, how did you guys cross paths? I'm curious.
Kill it, Justin.
Yeah, that's a brief thing for those in the
On
know
track
to
off
see
road.
it.
What's your name? I saw your YouTube. I see you're killing it out there. You're doing a great job with your GT4. I want to see. I want to know who you are. And also, yes, Supercar 3Rs are crack cocaine in round black tire format. They are the jam.
They're like Hoosier street tires.
Yeah,
So-
they're sick. They are sick.
By far our favorite.
When you find that happy window, which I did not do at Thunder Hill, they are dope.
Well, you were running out of, he used to work at Hexel? Really? Yeah, that's brutal, isn't it?
Nice to meet you, Nick. Hopefully, we'll see you at the track sometime.
Right on. Yeah, he's a sharp mofo. we connected over electrochemistry and XPS and a whole number of nerdy things. So, to bring everybody into the fold, Paul Marsh is an ex-IMSA data acquisition engineer.
Why does that name ring a bell?
Because he's from your time out there in the world. GT America, AJR.
Yeah, I mean that name is.
Yeah, he was in the paddock. He was doing stuff. He's
Something's
clickety clacking on keyboards. He is going to be helping us with the things that we are not as up to speed as we would like to be. So it's very nice that he is local in Squim. Is local. I mean, he's on the Olympic Peninsula. It's not exactly close.
hard to get
But-
farther
what's
away.
up, Charles?
Cotton candy ready.
Yeah, cotton candy ready. That's Matt. He just installed headers.
Headers and a loud muffler.
And got my ire because he was claiming that the dyno.
The
that
shop
was
sent him the
done-
wrong dynos.
I
He
know,
got a little
but
panicky.
I can still throw him under the bus a bit. He's a big boy. He can take it. He got all hot under the collar because he claimed that the headers didn't make anything. and
Matt,
the
if the
response
car's
is,
too quiet for
the
you,
physics don't lie. The
Right
dyno
now?
is wrong.
yes, you
So-
should swap too many.
And lo and behold,
If you like
the-
your car to be not ear bleedingly loud,
the
leave the muffler.
the technician sent him the wrong dyno sheet. So he had a retraction posted and sent the retraction and apologized, and we're good. We're copacetic. Everything's copacetic now. So
Philip is just killing me.
what else did he get? You hitting him on the slack? I can't see that. That's a good shot. Oh. How do these come to you? You literally need to be a
What do
late
you do
night
on the
comedy
weekends?
writer.
What do you do on the weekends?
The top hat. You need to post that one. That's funny as fuck. Literally, that one needs to go full screen. That's funny. That's funny. I appreciate that. Speed Wicked Whips. We try. It's important. I mean, these are toys. These are toys, and this is funny as shit. That is Ren list, 100%. That is 100% Ren list.
I need to sign up for Red Bull.
Oh my god.
Top hat?
So,
Top hat?
So good.
Top hat?
So good.
Everybody top hat?
We try our best
Confusing 'cause of
to stifle any knee-jerk reactions with customer service and
Except for when Jamie's had some whiskey and he can't help himself.
put the
but-
phone down, Jamie.
Stop talking to customers after 5 o'clock.
We do our best to try and. My thought is, if somebody has our parts on their car, I want them to be happy. I want them to tell their friends how good of an experience they had. So I try and help people with that in mind. And if I don't, and I haven't done that to date, and you're watching this, call me and let me know. And
Yep.
I'm sorry, and we'll try and fix it. But
There
we really do try our best to treat people like we would prefer to be treated, and hopefully that reflects in the community.
And Will at WRT, I'm sorry I'm a dick sometimes when you talk to me on the phone.
You can't help it.
It's not, I'm a dick generally. I've been called asshole a number of times in my life. Charles and I both get accused of being an asshole, but it's okay. You guys are killing it. Thank you for taking care of Amit. Thank you for going out to GTA and stomping the competition in a goddamn bolt-on 992 GT3. You literally walked into the competition, drove faster than all the boys that prepped their cars, and I'm like, that's fucking amazing. So, one, kudos to you for developing yourself as a driver in Carrera Cup, and two, thank you for putting up with me and my dickish ways of being an asshole when you call and say, hey, this part isn't working. I'm like, fuck you, it worked in our car, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. It's just like a knee-jerk reaction when you make parts. So, I'll try and get better at that. I'm sorry.
When the company is
I'm
your
sorry.
when the company's your baby, it's hard not.
That's a good one for right now. The one that says, start a company that do something you love and you'll never work a day in your life except you'll be up every night and everything will be taken personally and you'll never get any sleep and all that shit.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
was in Random.
Philly.
Even
That's so
random.
Philly. That's so true.
There you go. Yeah. It's not wrong. It's not wrong. Speed Wicked Whips, who are you in real life?
I see. I recognize the handle.
I do too.
No, not an etch a sketch, Charles. Stone tablet and a chisel.
Stone tablet and a chisel. I
I
like it.
still have it. It's downstairs.
Yeah.
It's not-
It's SpongeBob for that.
It's kind of funny. So, Hurovier has the top of the line Dell workstation. Charles has an iPad, and we load up.
How much CAD work would you say is it 50-50? Is it
What's that, Charles?
the workload both between the two of them as far as Dundon CAD work goes?
Oh fucking A. If we look at it like
Hours?
all time to date,
Oh,
like
God.
90-10
Oh god.
so
Yeah.
far.
Maybe
Right.
more.
But week to week. Week to week.
Week to week. Well, the funny thing is Charles is a vampire and doesn't actually sleep. He just sucks the blood of something and stays awake for many, many hours. I'm not sure. Actually, he sucks the blood of cookies.
He's eating cookies.
He's eating Croatian cookies, and those things are crack.
Croatian chocolate
They're
wafers.
Dude, those
fucking
things are so
amazing.
good.
Oh my god. So because Hurovier likes to sleep, right now Charles has the edge.
All right.
The
iPad's a pretty legit technique, though.
and what's crazy is Charles will have like a 15 gigabyte scan in the iPad and just be rotating it around and spinning it around. The iPad's like, yeah, whatever. But the battery, you can literally watch the battery like going dead.
Yeah.
And his laptop, top of the line Intel, will just crash.
But the battery life is good.
Yeah, it'll just crash. It's like, fuck you, I'm not doing that. Piss off. Try again. Restart. Window shit.
I've had the
The
iPad
timer is gone.
You're out? All right, brother. Good to see you. Thank you for
Thank
hanging.
you guys. See you next time.
He's got to drive 2 hours to North Canada. So,
I gotta go to Southern Canada.
South Canada. Yeah. I'm good. Phil 5:30. Okay. You lasted longer than I expected you to. So,
That's what she said.
absolutely. What happened?
Got a bit of traffic, eh?
A bit of traffic?
Totally, man. RVA, pleasure, my friend.
Thank you also.
Have a safe trip.
Yeah, you too. Thank you.
Boys.
Pleasure, as always.
Anybody else want to pull up a seat over here? You're welcome to. We'll see you later, brother.
Philberto?
What's that? Does anybody want to fill the seat?
We need Philip to go up there while
Oh,
we do it.
dude.
Oh my God.
Philip needs to do the live meme generation from the chair.
Get over there, Philip.
We get canceled.
Oh my god. No,
Hey,
well,
Ramses.
it's our channel, so who's gonna cancel us?
Ramses, come fill in.
Yeah.
We need who you are. What do you do?
Yeah, Ramses. Have you guys met Ramses?
Nope, they haven't. Ramses.
Ramses is the one when you write to us complaining about your stuff hasn't shipped, it's his fault.
It's his fault.
We toss him under the bus, it's all his fault. Either it didn't get ordered or it didn't get shipped. It's always the suppliers.
Wait,
Hey,
what,
look.
what if we're the supplier?
It's
Oh
Ramses.
shit.
It's Ramses.
It's Ramses.
Yeah.
Right here, look.
What is it?
What do you got?
Leonidas?
Nice. Did my part ship yet? No. Yeah, you need to post that.
No, no.
Dude, it's we're with friends.
Yeah.
They expect this from us, right?
The Austin Powers one was better. With what's his name?
Yeah, he's shipping shit right now.
Yeah, actually,
He's the only one working.
no, Ted isn't a fellow Canuck. He just lives in Woodinville, so I give him shit that he lives in South Canada.
No, is it Owen Monroe?
Snohomish.
Snowish, yeah.
Same thing, isn't it?
Close.
Snohomish, Woodinville, I don't know. It's like Croatia, Romania, France, Germany. They're all the same, right?
Maui, Oahu,
He's
same
like,
thing.
he's literally gonna smack me here in a second. So those of you that don't know, Croatia is across the sea from Greece. It is a Mediterranean country. It is not out in the middle of nowhere. It's not Eastern Europe. It's not,
Isn't it landlocked?
no.
No, it's across.
No.
It's across from Italy.
It literally has a beautiful coast.
Oh, I'm thinking Serbia. Okay.
Yeah,
What did you say? Greece?
Greece.
I thought it was
It's Greece, right? Greece.
Italy.
Greece on one side
So-
and
so you
Italy
have-
on the other.
You have Italy.
Yeah.
It's shaped like a boot, right?
Yeah.
And eastern of Italy you have Adriatic Sea.
Yeah.
So eastern of Adriatic Sea you have Croatia.
I was
and
thinking
then-
Aegean Sea.
And then you border Serbia.
It's Adriatic Sea.
Adriatic Sea.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Aegean Sea is south of Greece,
yeah.
right?
South, yeah.
Got
yeah.
it, okay.
You have
And then you
Mediterranean.
border Serbia, I think, right?
Yeah, Serbia to the north.
No,
Or to the east.
no, no, no.
To the east.
Okay.
and south.
Map, Justin, because I'm fucking this up horribly.
Pull up Croatia.
Because guys have to.
This is gonna be a meme of Philip.
You have to come
This is gonna be a meme of Jamie saying, "I didn't know the moon rose in the east until I bought my
Jamie's
house, my
geography.
fancy house."
I forgot all about that.
Fuck, it's the truth. It's the
Is
truth.
that not a joke?
That's not a joke. No, that's the goddamn truth. That is 100% the truth. I'm like, really? The moon rises in the east? I'm like, sweetheart, it happens every fucking month. It's like always over there. And she's like, literally my wife, bless her heart, she's a mechanical engineer, and she's Korean, she's born in Korea, and she literally just stared at me when I said that. She's like, and you're the one running all our companies and dealing with our money? Really? And you're just figuring out that the moon rises in the east like the sun? Welcome. Welcome, spaceman. Where the fuck have you been your entire life? What the fuck? My wife she suffers no fools, including me. So, oh, is 16 bad right now?
God damn it, is it screwed? My bone?
No, west is bad. East you should be fine.
Damn it.
Oh, West is always bad.
Damn it.
Yeah, west is always bad, especially at Willachet, for those of you in Tacoma.
Yeah, it's not like freeway.
It's not Wallowchet.
Peace out, boys.
Good night, Ted.
Peace out, Rob.
Thanks for hanging. So, what else do we want to chat about?
What do you pour in there?
So the Calamut 16. It's
Yeah,
delicious.
actually, I like that one. Not
Yeah,
too much.
it's nice.
Just a little
Yeah,
one,
just
that.
grab the laptop.
You're like, come on now. Like,
Oh,
thank you.
delicious.
Who paid for lunch, by the way?
You did.
Thank you. Good. Okay. I was hoping that was the case. So,
Jamie just likes to hear it.
any of y'all local, I'm gonna give you a plug. I try and do it as often as I can.
Thank you. I've heard
Caleb's family owns Gateway to India in Tacoma. They used to have one here in Gig Harbor. COVID was not kind. Probably reasonable to say, yeah?
No, to every restaurant.
To every restaurant. When you can't go to the restaurant can't sit there and pay
Yeah,
rent.
I mean, yeah.
So, fucking A. The food, he brought lunch and it was fucking delicious. So, go check it out. If you guys are local, go to Gateway to India and check it out because it's damn good. So, I asked him if we should have our Christmas party there, and he was like, "Fuck no, I do not want to take care of y'all in my dad's restaurant and not enjoy the Christmas party. So no, we are not going to my restaurant
That's why I
for our
brought it to
Christmas
go
party.
today.
Fuck yeah, well played, well played." Okay, so geography lesson, blow that shit up.
No, not literally.
Well,
Oh,
God damn it. Come on, man.
Dude,
That's not right. The world is not primed for that right now. There's a lot of that going on, which is unfortunate.
Zoom in.
Yeah, zoom in a little bit. Oh, zoom in.
That would be the other direction.
So this what you see centered right now, it's Croatia. It's shaped like a bird flying, if you can see. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can more like a dragon.
Yeah.
I see a
yeah,
dragon
yeah.
with wings.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah.
yeah, also.
Appropriate for that part of the world.
So this is Adriatic Sea. Yeah, obviously.
He's like, shut up.
Yeah.
Let me talk.
On the left we can see Italy, on the right we can see Croatia, and we have borders with Slovenia on the north and with Hungary. It's on the northeast. Border with Serbia on the east, and the border with Bosnia and Herzegovina on the south. Yeah. And
Oh, just
we
like a
have-
little tiny border down there on the south.
No, I mean
Am I not seeing the line?
in Dragon's Mouth.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay. Okay,
A really large border. It's with Bosnia.
gotcha.
So this right now is Istria. It's peninsula. It's really nice. You should come and visit. Croatia has a real beautiful coast with nice crystal sea, lots of islands which are amazing if you want to come. You
Oh,
know,
that looks
swim
great.
in the sea, fish, and whatever like. Yeah, and I live in Zagreb. Zagreb is capital of Croatia. So
Zoom into Zagreb.
Zagreb is go north, and the big city. Just zoom in right now. It's
you
center.
like going to the beach.
Yeah.
I'll take you to like Playlock. It's beautiful.
Yeah, should have taken him to not. You should take
We
him.
should have taken him around a little more.
Yeah,
He's
a little
not
bit.
trapped in this building a little.
Well, it's
okay.
also a work week,
Oh,
so
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Wait, how far are you from the ocean?
It's not the ocean, it's the sea.
Oh,
So
the
yeah.
the saltwater body of water.
No,
Very
it-
far from
yeah,
the ocean.
it's pretty common actually for people to mix the ocean with the sea
Mhm.
because Mediterranean is the sea and
Absolutely.
also Adriatic is the sea.
Yeah.
Well,
And it's
it's like
connected.
the Puget Sound we don't call the ocean. So
Yeah, fair.
Well, it's
Fair.
different.
Yeah.
A little different, right?
Yeah.
Estuary.
How far? Well,
What
depends.
is it
If
with
I,
you
if,
and
From the coastal-
bird?
if I want to go to the closest point, it
birthing
will be around
grounds?
1 hour.
Oh, that's- I thought it was based on
1.5
sand.
hour. Yeah.
Same with us, about 1.5.
Yeah.
To Ocean Shores from here.
I usually go
It's like his meat.
to Zadar. Zadar is like 3 hours from Zagreb. If I drive GT4RS, I'm
Maybe an hour and a half.
salty driving 45 minutes, so it's fine.
Tossed under the bus.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Sorry.
Question for
Oh, this was for Caleb.
Caleb.
What's better?
That's an American sounding question.
Well,
I don't know.
okay, hold up.
It depends.
Mick is an American. He's
So
Chinese.
there's like a lot of different. Oh, okay. Okay,
So,
cool.
he's-
So
yeah.
Mick, there's
Mike.
So Mike,
Mick PDX, but he's Mike.
Mike.
Yeah.
Like Master Mike.
There's roti is made from whole wheat, atta, which is the flour, and naan is the regular flour. But there's lots of different ways that you can form the bread. So if you take a roti dough and you roll it and then you fold it a few times and you roll it again, then it makes a paranta. Personally, naan is the answer. But there's lots of different ways you can make it, and each way is a little bit different, and each way can be better.
And
But
this is-
naan is better, in my opinion. Roti is more of a home style. If you're eating at home, your grandma's cooking, she's making roti. If you go to a restaurant, then you're gonna eat naan, essentially.
Ah,
That's the answer.
okay. All right. So what's funny is Mike owns restaurants and runs restaurants in Portland.
Okay.
I forget what restaurant. Mike, what restaurants did you have? I forget, but I know you had you were in the food industry. If you're not still in the food industry, I want to say like a chicken restaurant or some shit, but that's like
Multiple love chicken.
yeah, it's just like a tingle. It's a not a for sure thing. So,
You can do it.
is there surfing in Croatia?
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh fuck yeah, we're on.
Like kite surfing, if you heard of it.
No, like wave surfing.
Oh yeah, but the waves are not.
Yeah, I
as
can
big,
see the
yeah.
topography
Because
and
they
how
come
close
in
you
and they
are.
shrink,
The-
right?
the
Yeah,
wave-
there'd
the
have
waves
to be a
could be maybe-
ridiculous storm in the Mediterranean for
Yeah,
you
no,
guys
no,
to
no,
get
no.
waves.
Maybe 1 meter wave, 1.5 meter.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
1 to a half, they little waves.
Yeah.
3. Well, and those are the rest of the world, not Hawaiian. So they're like half the size of the waves that I'm used to.
But I would not put the Croatia on the map for surfing. No.
Which is like
Maybe kite surfing, yes, because there are heavy winds, hard winds on the
Okay.
coast, but real.
Portugal's on my map to move
Yeah.
to for surfing, for racing cars, for tax regime, for a number of reasons.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Portugal should be nice.
for lots of sunshine, not constant rain, but at the same time everything's on fire.
Croatia, but,
Well, you guys had some fires this summer, didn't you?
yeah, I think so.
Weren't there fires? Wildfires?
Yes, some of them, but
Not a big deal.
no, not a big deal. I
Okay.
would not say. Yeah.
Breakfast diner.
I don't know.
Which one? Which? It was in Portland. He's from Portland.
Oh, okay.
Which, like Tin Shed? You didn't own Tin Shed, did you? Love Tin Shed. Tin Shed is we'll call it an alternative restaurant. At least it was 20 years ago in Portland. It was in Northeast, before Northeast was a yuppie haven, like Alberta Street in Portland. I go to Portland a lot. It's the home of tax-free shopping, for those of you that don't know. And my wife likes the expensive handbags and shit, so we would go to Portland and buy them there,
Steak.
right?
Cheaper
Um,
than the gas.
Biscuits Cafe. I knew you owned a restaurant. You and Caleb should compare notes because you guys got a lot in common. So, beyond owning a restaurant, entrepreneurs find each other. Those who put their way and put their foot out. I took Horvaye from working for somebody to being an entrepreneur.
Indeed.
And because I technically can't hire him in Croatia, we're not big enough. He is an entrepreneur. He has his own company.
Yep.
I pay his company for the services he renders to Dundee Motorsports.
And it feels so good.
And it feels so good. Damn straight.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there are going to be long-term tax advantages for his family for doing these things. I'm hopeful that there
Hopefully,
are.
yeah,
Hopefully.
we'll see. Yeah.
I know fuck all about Croatian tax law, so hopefully Croatia wants to have their citizens endeavor to create revenue of their own, not live off a socialist republic.
Yeah, of course. Yep.
Okay. I'm thinking you're laughing at what I'm saying.
Yeah,
You're laughing
I
at some
did.
other shit.
I didn't know he was laughing.
Yeah, I'm like, what I'm saying is not funny, goddammit. What's up?
Gabe's in the house.
Gabe's in the house? Hey, what's up? Right on, brother. I appreciate it. So, for those of you who don't know, the Winner Circle, Gabe and Jason have a 991.2 GT4RS that they campaign in a number of global time attack competitions.
He was laughing.
Gabe is fast as fuck. I'm just gonna say that. He's fast as fuck. And I would say that given an opportunity, him and Ted are probably equivalently fast. Gabe is an accomplished fucking driver. And I would love to continue to sponsor them to go show everybody else what a GT car can do when it's uncorked, driven by dudes that know what the fuck's up, and isn't hampered by GTA rules. It'd be nice to get the GTA guys to let us have wider tires and fucking 285s on cars before they gotta jump classes. That's fine for an S2000, but the world's changed. Money's cheap. $200,000 cars are like $50,000 cars not long ago. So there you go. Because $200,000 cars are now $500,000 cars. So off we go, which is fucking stupid.
Come on, Gabe. It's good to you.
Which one?
Yeah,
Oh, Gabe knows. He's got invoices in his box. His Porsche will be so happy. He's also asking about what. So Gabe, let's throw this to the folks. Should Gabe and Jason get a GT4RS as their next time attack car to show people what's up? Should they get a 992 GT3, or should they step backwards and get a 991.1 GT3? So as to be the wolf in sheep's clothing. This is a question that Gabe and I had the other day, just chatting before Button Willow. Which, no shade on Jason. Had Gabe been driving, they would have placed. So, yeah, 700K 997s, fucking A. That's the goddamn truth. Novin is very, very happy, and he's like, everybody shut the fuck up. Shh. My car's never been on track, never driven in the rain. I don't know what you're talking about. It is a $500,000 sample of which I would like to sell and buy a Speciale. Right now.
Feel like he's on fire with memes.
Oh, I'm not paying attention. I'm not paying attention.
It's up. It's on your screen.
I got you.
Don't show that one.
Oh, it's already shown.
Put some of those up. That's good.
Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah, it's not wrong. No,
Write
not-
that down.
not wrong. Write that down, quick. Hold his feet to the flames. Some of the SpongeBob stuff is lost on me because I never saw that. I didn't realize. You guys know who Bon Jovi is?
Of course.
Wrong
Yeah.
movie.
Do you know?
I'm more fan of Richie Sambora. He's guitar player.
Yeah. I know. So, two musicians sitting here. Jorge plays guitar.
Yep.
Very well. How long have you been playing guitar?
16 years, I guess.
16 years?
Yeah.
Right on.
But I'm self-taught, so
that doesn't matter.
I'm not an expert. But I
Do you
can
read
play.
music?
No.
No?
I play by ear, yeah.
You play all by ear.
Yeah.
Do you know chords?
Of course.
So you read music, but you don't read music.
I try.
You
to,
can read chord sheets.
I try to hear it and then try to improvise something, and yeah.
So you're like an old school jazz musician. That's cool.
Oh, jazz is not something that I would listen to. Yeah.
That's fine. I went to school on a jazz scholarship for tenor saxophone.
Really?
Yeah, my first 2 years of school were paid for engineering, playing in the jazz band. And then I went to the University of Washington, and I didn't have the band and the engineering labs were at the same time. So I had to pick, do I want to make money? Do I want to be starving and be an artist? I want to make money. So I abandoned that, and I became an engineer. There is most of the folks that I find that are let's see, how do I say this? There are a lot of folks who are good at math and also end up being musicians.
Yeah.
I would
It's all connected, right?
that in a lot of ways. And I would say that if Charles had the opportunity, he would have also been an incredible musician because
But
his
they-
mathematic ability are
Yeah.
fucking off the charts.
Something kind of on my mind. So Ramses plays drums.
Yep,
You play sax.
yep.
Charles plays piano.
I didn't know that. You play piano?
Yeah.
Really?
I
How
play
did I not know that?
We
I
have a
haven't
band
played in
here.
a long time.
That doesn't matter.
I was just getting.
He goes, the brain power's still there.
Well, honestly, piano
band.
is the one that fucking kicks my ass because you've got to process the left hand and the right hand. They're two fucking clefs, and it's like, I can't read this line and this line. Doesn't compute.
Then you got an organ that's got 3.
Fuck you with the when you're reading 3 or 4 clefs and you're like doing the pedals and the whole fucking thing. I'm not surprised.
Yeah, that pissed me off. You're watching live. They like showed Gabe's car and Amit's car like twice.
Right? Literally.
I'm watching it live, and you can hear Gabe's car going around the track, and then they show the Tesla. I'm like, I don't want to see the Tesla.
Right? Literally. Really. We're going to talk about the music shit here in a minute because it's not appropriate for this. This is internal. But I didn't know. How did I not know you play
I
piano?
probably did at some point. I don't know. I just haven't played recently, like in a while.
It was lost
We
in
should create some music.
Struggle or Slack.
That'd be fun.
Parts to use.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. We should do that.
Technically, I started playing when I was like 5 or 6.
Brought my 12 string. You would have played.
Are you teaching your girls?
They mess around on a keyboard sometimes. But,
Yeah, Gabe, the thing with GTA, it's very slanted to JDM. If it's a JDM shitbox and it's been built into something that can go around a track fast, then they're very happy about it. If it's a car that goes fast and you can drive it fast, then they're not really interested in it. And there needs to be a
Bad, dude. Bad. Like the whole stream, they were just talking about the Evos and
yeah, the Evos and the S2000s and the Subarus and all this bit, and they were like skipping the Porsches. Like just skipping them. And I mean, you're going to tell me that the guy with like Mike Kojima, good friend of ours, works with Evolution Motorsports, and they have an incredible S2000. Car's fucking wicked. And you're going to tell me that Jason has spent more money on his GT4RS than they've spent on that S2000? There's no fucking way. They're multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars into that car. And, I mean, if they need to have a budget, if this is going to be a Lemon series and you need to show them receipts, then let's do that. That seems reasonable.
Or showcase the price tag next to the car.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. How much have you spent on this car and it has to be real? If it isn't, then you get dinged. You get some shit taken away from you. So yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Totally. 100%. 100%. So it's strange to me that they can claim accolades at COTA with $1 million fucking McLaren breaking the Pro Comp record, but they can't give accolade to all of the fucking GT cars that are going to GTA and showing everybody what's up. That seems... GTA, you're on notice. I know you're following us. Call me and I'll help you figure it out.
Dundon Time Attack Days?
The Dundon Time Attack Days. I like it. Dundon hosted. We're going to set it up Only GT cars allowed. We're gonna figure out who goes fast. And Zhao, you don't have a GT car, so you're not invited. I'm kidding. You do, and you're fast. You're welcome to come. I just honestly love the fact that 2 of my guys beat your Audi. It had to be said. Had to be said. So, I think we're about done. I got to go pick up dinner. And I'm sure Hodovia is tired of drinking whiskey and not being able to feel his face. So,
Not at all.
well, fantastic.
Yeah.
Right on. He goes home tomorrow. Caleb's going to take him home. Where'd Caleb go? He's not eating cookies anymore.
He's sleeping on the table.
He's downstairs sleeping. Anybody got any more questions for us? We've been on probably a little more than an hour. Good night, brother. Good to see you. Take it easy. Everybody else, enjoy the rest of your evening. Viola in high school. That means you're a bass player, which is cool. And actually, viola's not horrible. I would have picked cello. Cello's more my jam, at least in my octave range. I actually sing as a baritone, but I'm not going to sing for y'all, at least not yet. I need a little more liquor.
Karaoke Whiskey Friday.
Karaoke with me and Jacob. We'd be getting it on.
Whiskey Saturday morning.
Whiskey Saturday morning, oh shit. Jacob's actually a guitar player. He's decent. He's played a lot of flamenco shit, which is really cool.
Good question.
What's that?
Will the cup car doors fit on his GT4RS?
Kinda. You need a full cage or I would not be able to sleep at night. Because if you had a side impact, y'all are dead. So let's not go there.
They did gut it.
If you guys put a full cage on the car, then cup car doors would fit. Yes. Would not do it any other way. Needs a full fucking cage with real door bars. Otherwise, no bueno. No bueno. So, probably does not help you with your desire to shed weight. If you're gonna put a full cage in it, yes. Then that's literally buy the doors for motorsports, all done. You're a tenor? Really? God damn. I'm always jealous of the fucking tenors because I can't sing that high, and all the goddamn music I like to sing are goddamn male sopranos, which fuck them.
Yeah.
Like,
I still do it.
always like singing really fucking high. I'm like, God damn, I'm gonna die. I'm just like, ah. And my wife is a soprano. She sang in school. Always, she doesn't understand jazz. She constantly heckles me about everybody vomiting all these notes, and really, she's also a piano player. So I'm like, I can't help it that you don't understand exploratory music and its ability to be spontaneously created in the moment.
You were speaking something about Bon Jovi. What
Yeah.
was it?
That it was in 1985. I did not realize that the album came out in 1985. We're listening to it today. And I was like, damn, I guess I am that old. I didn't think it was when I was 13. And everybody else here is younger than me, so some of y'all were like negative numbers when that album came out. So
Good night, Mike.
Justin's like, who?
No, he said cheers. He said he's leaving.
Oh, right on. Good night. Let's sign off. Otherwise, I'll just sit here and fucking shoot the shit with everybody and get caught.
See you next time.
See you guys. Bye.
Good night.